everybody, welcome to Avocado Systems. I am Colin Mc Hugo, Senior Security Consultant and Chief Information Security Advisor. Today I'd like to dive into the critical topic of application security and then transition into why threat modeling is an essential area for CISOs to be aware of. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is application security? Application security refers to measures taken to improve the security of an application by finding, fixing, and preventing security vulnerabilities. This encompasses various processes throughout the software development lifecycle, or the SDLC, including secure coding practice, regular security coding testing, implementing security controls, and deploying the application. The goal is to protect applications from threats and vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. Now, you might be wondering, why is application so crucial for Chief Information Security Officers? Well, in today's digital landscape, it turns out that applications are the primary attack interface. As organizations increasingly rely on software applications, the risk associated with these applications also rises. CISOs must ensure their organizations are secure to prevent data breaches that can lead to financial loss, reputational damage, or legal consequences. Moreover, with regulations becoming more stringent, understanding and implementing robust application security measures can help organizations remain compliant. So let's take a look and a moment to reflect your organization's most sensitive or high-risk data. So the first question you should be asking yourself is, where is it stored? It is likely that your company has critical data within systems such as payroll, HR, customer data stored in CRM systems, and financial management systems. Alarmingly, these systems have seen a large increase in breaches over the last year, specifically HR and payroll systems. They've experienced a significant rise of more than 60%. Additionally, cloud services, which have suffered a 75% increase in breaches, and e-commerce platforms are also under siege, with a 103% increase in MAG e-cart attacks targeting these platforms just in the first half of 2024. Notably, breaches have affected companies such as British Airways, New Egg, and Forbes magazine last year. And of course, there's more that is undisclosed. So how can we stop these application attacks? What you can do to stop these application attacks, you have to ask yourself simple questions. Do you have an asset inventory? Are you actively keeping this up to date? Do you have somebody assigned to do so? Are these assets listed by risk? Are you running a patch program and a threat vulnerability program to mitigate these vulnerabilities? There's other aspects there on the slides, but most importantly, do you have a threat modeling program? Threat modeling is not just a buzzword, it's a necessity within a zero trust framework. It serves as the first step in application security. By identifying the potential threats early in the development process, organizations can proactively address vulnerabilities before they're exploited by attackers. So what are the challenges with threat modeling? The current method of threat modeling is a manual process, which can be very time-consuming. It's prone to human error. It often relies on outdated information or incomplete assessments of potential threats. And usually it's a snapshot in time. This can lead to gaps in security that attackers may exploit. Furthermore, as applications evolve rapidly, maintaining an up-to-date threat modeling infrastructure becomes increasingly difficult without automation. So let's switch gears a little bit here and look at the challenges in the European market. One of the biggest challenges in the EU region is regulatory requirements. EU banks face unique challenges when it comes to meeting regulatory requirements while adopting a zero trust approach. Regulations such as GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, the Network Information Systems Directive, or NIS2, and DORA, the Digital Operational Resilience Act, as well as others, are some of the challenges. They impose strict guidelines on how personal data should be handled and protected. Non-compliance can result in hefty fines of €20 million, or 4% of annual global turnover, or whichever is higher. So how can we align with regulations? Completing threat modeling process aligns closely with these European regulations, such as GDPR, NIS2, and DORA. These regulations emphasize risk management and require organizations to implement adequate measures to protect sensitive data. By integrating threat modeling into the security practices, organizations can proactively identify vulnerabilities and ensure these appropriate controls are in place, therefore enhancing their compliance posture. Failure to comply with these regulations not only exposes organizations to financial penalties, but also damages the reputation among customers who expect their data to be secured handling. Importantly, effective application security will provide a large uplift to your audit score since applications impact all areas of critical success factors. As you can see from the next slide, Avocado Reveal, put simply, allows you to discover your application dependencies, build a visual map of all your applications at a forensic level, models the threats and risks and profiles those risks, then mitigates those risks by continuous asset discovery, vulnerability detection, threat profiling, vulnerability mitigation, and enabling rapid policy building, which will significantly enhance your overall NIST or ISO or other audit requirements. Avocado Reveal is a fully automated application runtime threat modeling. Now let's dive in a little deeper into the advantages of Avocado Reveal. It's a fully automated application runtime threat modeling solution. Avocado Reveal automates the process of threat modeling by continuously analyzing applications during runtime. This means that instead of relying on static assessments or manual reviews that may quickly become outdated, which we discussed, Avocado Reveal provides real-time insights into vulnerabilities as they arise during application use. It's cost-effective, reducing hours in manual labor, and shows real-time threats, not in a point of time. This allows for continuous monitoring of applications to ensure new vulnerabilities are identified. It's precise as it identifies vulnerabilities at application level in real time that not a lot of other scanning tools do. So let's discuss the continuous integration, or CI, and the continuous delivery, CD model. This approach allows organizations to identify threats dynamically based on actual usage patterns rather than hypothetical scenarios. By leveraging automation, Avocado Reveal not only enhances accuracy, but also significantly reduces the time required for threat assessments. And finally, threat modeling, which is ingrained into Avocado Reveal by identifying threats early, which results in a much more security-hardened system, reduces risk and ensures the security that does not have a bolted-on afterwards effect, which can be costly. It's not good security and can be time-consuming. So I'll discuss a use case relating to a critical deployment system where Avocado Reveal was deployed on this in a 3-tier critical system, which had an Oracle database on the back end. Reveal showed us that there was an egress outbound connection to Eugene, Oregon in the United States, where the client had no servers or no known connections to. This connection was immediately blocked by the firewall, and the CSIRT team were made aware of the connection. This was only discovered when Avocado Reveal was implemented, and the risk of data breach was drastically reduced. We'll move on to the future of Avocado Reveal. In conclusion, as we look towards the future of application security, tools like Avocado Reveal will play a pivotal role in helping organizations navigate the complex landscape of cyber threats effectively. By embracing automation and the advanced threat modeling techniques, organizations can enhance their security posture while ensuring compliance with evolving regulations. So thanks for joining me today on Avocado Systems. I hope this has been informative, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Slán.
Today we are going to do a deep dive on the automatically generated Avocado architecture model of a complex enterprise application called Acme CRM multi-node services architecture. On your screen in the browser, you are looking at the complete architecture model of the application, which is automatically built by the Avocado Reveal. The representation in this particular case, you would see multiple circles with color coding. Each circle represents an individual architecture module or submodule discovered and threat modeled and plotted into the architecture model. By hovering over every circle, you can see the attributes of that particular module, in this case, Zookeeper, the name of the application, the path, the IP addresses or the server it is running on, the TCP ports used by Zookeeper for its runtime activities and communication to clients as well as internal services, and then the application path of that particular Zookeeper service. The threat model in this case has discovered 4 vulnerabilities associated to Zookeeper. In this particular case, the version number of this particular Zookeeper discovered on this application was 17.0.5, and then the vendor obviously is Oracle for the JDK associated to the Zookeeper, and Zookeeper itself is an Apache ecosystem application. Now, looking at this particular interaction, by double-clicking, you can see all the other interdependencies in this particular model. Multiple services depend on Zookeeper for various activities, for messaging as well as message pipelining. As part of this application architecture, you would see MySQL database, you would see Elasticsearch databases or multi-node Elasticsearch databases and multiple microservices communicating to it, including client, which are internet-based services coming into the service, and then the application communicating to backend services, which are either on internet or inside the enterprise ecosystem. All of those are auto-discovered and plotted in this particular application architecture model. The microservices, you can study them independently. Even if the microservices are in the range of thousands of them, you can they can still be discovered and studied independently. And you can walk through each microservice based on how it is architected, how it functions in runtime, and what vulnerabilities it exposes in runtime. So all of those are described here. Now, this particular model is an interactive model, and you can always zoom in, zoom out on various attributes of the application architecture. Now, the most important part of this particular architecture model is, number one, it provides you comprehensive architectural understanding of your complex application. It provides you details of each module and submodule associated, their interdependencies, how they correlate to each other, how they depend on each other, as well as what type of data transactions they performed. It gives you appreciation for the fact that your application is highly scalable and complex. And moreover, it provides you extremely detailed view of vulnerabilities, attacks, security configuration issues, and exploits which are happening in your application in runtime. And this model is on demand. You can always download this model from your Avocado Security Orchestrator by logging into it and looking into your own SSO view of your applications. For details, obviously, you can contact at info@avocadosys.com or get in touch with us, and we will provide you more details.